And if you're looking for more ways to honor and celebrate our servicemen and women and their history, the Castle Air Museum celebrates our military history all year long. So here with us now is Joe Pruso, CEO of the Castle Air Museum. The Castle Air Museum is a great place to celebrate Veterans Day, right?
It's an awesome place, and it celebrates all of our flying services and our brothers and sisters in arms. And
It's a huge open-air museum. Exactly how big is Castle Air Museum?
the aircraft exhibits are on about 25 acres, so if you wanted to walk it, it's about 1.25 miles to walk through approximately 80 aircraft that date back pre-World War II to present. So you'll see aircraft there that are still relevant in the news today.
Yes, I love, I think my favorite plane that you guys have is the Blue Angels, because I love watching, I used to watch that every year in San Francisco during Fleet Week. But you guys are a big supporter in other ways. You guys are a supporter of the Merced Field of Honor. So what's that?
Yes, we are. That is a Field of Honor, is working in conjunction with the Merced Sunrise Rotary. Two nonprofit entities here working together to bring a realization and a respect to all of our veterans who've given so much, and many who've paid the ultimate sacrifice. So you and I can stand here today and talk about, you know, what we would like to. We can read a free newspaper. Oh, I date myself there. Or watch a free newscast that's not censored. So every day you walk out the door, you owe a veteran.
Yes, and so the Merced Field of Honor, you buy a flag, and they have this, you know, it's acres and acres of flags that represent veterans. And so it's a great way to sort of honor and remember and thank veterans this year.
Absolutely, and you know, we're both, you know, showing the same mission here.
Yeah.
You know, Castle Air Museum is a veterans-driven organization, 98% volunteer, very small staff, and you know what a lot of folks don't know is that since we are a military aviation museum, we are not supported by any government entity.
Right.
We are totally nonprofit, so it's dependent on generous individuals and firms in the community that have made the museum the gem it is today.
To keep it going. So every time you go and buy a ticket to see the history there, you're supporting preserving military history. So when we go to the museum, what else can we see besides the planes and the aircraft?
Well, you can walk through a wonderful indoor museum that actually has a Congressional Medal of Honor on display, and it was awarded to General Castle, the base's namesake, or the museum's namesake, posthumously, because he was lost in action on Christmas Eve, 1944.
Oh, I think you've told me that story before, yes.
Yes, they can see that. They can see a lot of different things. They can actually see a local Thunderbird pilot's helmet, uniform, you know, that actually flew the Thunderbird that's at the museum.
Oh, that is cool.
And then, of course, you can peruse the gift shop, and you can see some of this wonderful merchandise we have here, honoring our veterans, you know, from every branch of service. And we brought some books along, too, a Pearl Harbor scrapbook. And over here, we also have, to our right, we have two books that are, you know, have a lot of tie to the local area. This smaller one here, as you see, Fox 2, was written by Navy ace Randy Cunningham, who, by the way, was born in Fresno in 1941.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he was a Vietnam ace and later a U.S. congressman. And then here we have Gracie and the Radar Girls. And that's written by a lady up in Prather. And it talks about the contribution that women did, in addition to Rosie the Riveter, during the war to spot for enemy aircraft and things of that nature. Well,
you guys are a great curator of history and things that honor that time period and our servicemen and women of today. And you actually, so we can see this.
We can see this.
This is sort
Castle
of the
Air Force
history.
Base.
Okay.
So Castle Air Force Base, as many people may or may not know, new to the area, was a significant strategic bomber base during the Cold War years. World War II and Cold War. You can see the last B-52 to leave in 1994. Wing Commander Cy Johnson, his sashes and things like that, and the 93rd Bomb Wing. Now, that is in itself a piece of history right there.
Absolutely.
Because that was a huge, huge key facility in our national defense.
Yeah, and I love that you brought this, because this is a little peek as to what your experience might be like at the Castle Air Museum.
Absolutely.
This is sort of a big display, and you'll see even bigger displays at the Castle Air Museum. Well, thank you so much for being here. I love having you on today, especially on Veterans Day.
Love being here.
Joe Pruso from Castle Air Museum. We have all the details on how you can visit coming up here on Central Valley today. In a world where you can be anything, be kind. World Kindness Day is this Sunday, and we have a great way to celebrate with your kids. Storyland is here to tell us about it. That's next.